Honor.
Your Honor, this is a receiving copy, Your Honor, because all of these were subpoenaed again from the NBI but not from the DOJ. So these were transmitted to the House Committee on Justice by subpoena. So
By who? The NBI?
Submitted by the NBI. That's correct, Your Honor. And this was the basis that was used by the House Committee on Justice in filing the articles of impeachment before this impeachment court. So in other words, Your Honor, the agencies involved herein are just four: the DOJ, the NBI, the House Committee on Justice, and the Senate. And the line of questioning is very simple. We want to get to know to the bottom of the truth. Were these documents altered?
Objection,
If at all,
Your
if
Honor.
at all.
Objection, Your
If at
Honor.
There's no basis for saying
Exactly.
it's altered. Counsel, Attorney Lotok, what is your observation?
Yes, Your Honor. Isa lang ho yung nandito na IDF. Uulitin ko po, Your Honor, mayroon na ho ditong NPS docket number at yung date po is 11 February 2025, sir.
At yung isa,
Yung isa, yung sa certification, Your Honor, yung
hindi siya IDF.
hindi siya IDF,
That's
sir.
what I was asking about earlier.
So, ang certification ho ang pinapakita sa akin, Your Honor. Hindi po IDF na isa.
We're trying to show the Feb 14, the latest certification for the revised affidavit of investigation, Your Honor.
So
So did you follow that docket number? Considering that, according to you, that is the latest certification that you received from the DOJ.
Your Honor, yung nandito na pinapakita sa akin is yung certification from the DOJ 05 February 2025 and investigation data form dated February 11, 2025.
So which is which, Attorney Lotok? Is it 00049 or 48? The earlier one or the late?
I have here the second second certification from the DOJ which says sufficient for conduct of preliminary investigation, reference number 16 -eval-inv -25A-00049, sir.
So the 49 is the latest one and is thus valid. Is
Yeah,
that
I
what you're
believe so.
saying?
Ito yung may sufficient for
All right. Okay. Now, let me direct your attention to the subpoena issued against the Vice President on April 29, 2025. This is the subpoena. And the issue is that the docket number is 0048. In other words, the VP Sara was made to answer to the earlier case that was docketed as such. Do you confirm this? You were part of this, correct? As the complainant.
Your Honor, can I object now, Your Honor, please? If I may, Your Honor, please.
What's the objection?
If I may, I will explain.
May-
Your Honor, I would like to object, Your Honor, please. This witness is incompetent because he is now being confronted with docket numbers supplied by agencies other than him.
If he knows, Your Honor, he was
Exactly.
the complainant. Your Honor, he
Counsel-
was the supervising agent. It
Counsel,
says there
this is a
something-
DOJ document. Objection is sustained. Witness is not competent to answer these questions. You can call your witness to testify as to these documents belonging to the DOJ. Kindly move on, counsel. We've been at this for quite some
I'll
time.
move on. My next question is, the NBI's own evaluation is merely recommendatory in nature, correct?
yes, Your Honor, recommendation.
Okay. It is not binding upon the DOJ, correct?
The DOJ will assess, Your Honor, and evaluate.
All right.
the
But it's not
recommendation.
binding upon the DOJ.
No,
Kindly
the-
answer the question,
All right.
Attorney Lotok. You're a lawyer. You know the answer to this question.
yes, sir.
It's not binding upon the courts, correct?
If the DOJ
Your
report-
recommendation, it's not binding upon the courts, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So in Filipino, para maintindihan ng lahat, kahit sabihin ng NBI,
Ask and answered, Your Honor. Ask and answered.
Kahit sabihin ng NBI na may grave-
He's just translating
the question
into
is not yet...
but the same question.
Alright. Kahit sabihin ng NBI na may grave threats or inciting to sedition, it is not binding upon the DOJ, correct?
Ask and answered.
The question earlier was with respect to the courts.
Correct, Your Honor.
Insofar as the DOJ is concerned, Mr. Witness,
Insofar as the DOJ is concerned, the DOJ will evaluate and pagkulang pa ho yung mga
the question
requirements.
are your findings binding on the DOJ?
Not necessary, Your Honor.
So no.
No. Alright. So in other words, rekomendasyon lang ang kayang ibigay ng NBI, correct?
Ask and answered.
Asked and answered,
Alright.
counsel.
In fact, you attended hearings before the House Committee on Justice in April of this year, correct?
I think so. Nag-appear ako.
You
Hindi ko lang
appeared,
sigurado
okay.
kung anong date yun.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would like to object to this, Your Honor, please. Your Honor, this
Asked and answered, Your Honor.
No, wait.
Can I move on
He's
to
being
the point?
confronted
Counsel,
with...
kindly wait for the
No,
counsel.
no, this
for
is
the
highly
prosecutor.
improper. This could fly if this is a committee of justice hearing, but this, with all due respect, is still a court of law. You cannot present clippings like that and confront the witness with that. That's not proper. You should be presenting documents. You cannot do props. Your Honor, please, this is highly irregular. Ask questions. Elicit facts from this witness. Don't use props.
Can I get a ruling on that, Your Honor? Because this
Counsel
is for the purpose of...
is not yet
Correct.
asking any question. He's just laying the basis by asking if he attended previous hearings in the House. To test the credibility, perhaps to elicit either contradictory statements or confirmatory statements. Counsel, please proceed.
And one of the committee members there, I think it was Representative Sendanya, even asked for the elements of inciting to sedition. Do you recall that?
I think so, sir.
He also asked for the elements of grave threats, correct?
Yeah, if I remember it right. Wala akong, hindi ho ako ang tinanong yata.
All right.
Sir.
It was another person, but also from
Yeah.
the NBI, correct?
I think so, sir.
All right. And the NBI explained the elements of these felonies during that hearing, correct?
Hindi ho ako nag-explain noon.
But
sir.
another person from the NBI did, and you were present, correct?
I think so, sir.
In fact, Representative Luistro even asked that the salient portions of your affidavit of investigation be flashed on the screen during that hearing, correct? If you can recall.
Siguro yun, Honor, pero di ko maalala.
You're not sure. Okay, that's okay. And when asked whether VP Sara's acts constituted grave threats and inciting to sedition, the NBI answered in the affirmative, correct?
I think so, sir.
Okay. Now, my next question is very simple. Did the NBI at any point in that hearing clarify with the House Committee on Justice and the Filipino people watching then that its own evaluation is not binding upon the DOJ?
What-
Did you clarify?
I don't think wala akong tanong na ganun sa amin, sir.
So you were not able to clarify that, correct?
Wala ako kasing tanong.
Okay.
Anong ika-clarify ko,
Okay.
sir?
So you were not given an opportunity to clarify that
Ask ka
your
lang.
own evaluation, this is a different question. Wait for the question. That is not binding upon the courts. So was there an opportunity for you to explain that it was not binding upon the courts?
Wala akong question doon
All
sa
right.
amin, sir.
So in other words, there was no opportunity in that hearing to clarify that your evaluation was mere recommendatory.
Ask and answered, Your Honor, please. 4 times over.
No, the first
Same
question was
point.
binding upon the DOJ. The next question is binding upon the courts. The next question is the nature of the recommendation. Did you clarify at any point in that hearing that your recommendation was merely recommendatory?
Question was, did he clarify or not? Answer kindly, Attorney Latok.
Wala pong question sa amin na ganun, sir. So, wala akong kaming na-clarify doon.
Very well. Let's do that now. For the benefit of this honorable court and the Filipino people watching, when the NBI evaluated VP Sara's acts to be grave threats or inciting to sedition, is that binding upon the DOJ?
Your Honor, ask and answered. This is now the
Counsel-
third cycle.
Already asked and answered several times.
I'll move on, Your Honor. Will you agree with me
that